Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Tip for Tip, where you, the business owner, ask us marketing questions in exchange for a tip in your industry. My name's Aaron.
My name is Christian, and today we have Tracy with Tutor Doctor.
So in my business, I don't have a brick and mortar location, and an effective way to market would be placing lawn signs throughout the community. But I've been told that placing lawn signs is against city ordinance. So my question to BitBranding is, what is the most effective way to replace the lawn sign type marketing? They're cheap and they have presence, kind of like a billboard that stay in place and folks can drive by and see it back and forth to and fro the store and the mall and all those things like that. So what can I do in market that's as cost effective as a lawn sign?
You know, there are very few cheaper alternatives to yard signs, I would say. Something that we have used in the past, not for our clients, but for ourselves, is MailChimp's postcard feature. Within MailChimp, if you have your list of email clients or just contacts, you can put that list in MailChimp, and MailChimp will help you create lookalike audiences based on zip codes, geographical areas, and interests from these people that you already have contacts from. So a good way to expand would be, to use those postcards. They're relatively cheap, and you don't have to go door by door leaving flyers or anything like that. But it's just another avenue of offline marketing, but still using a little bit of online tools to help you with that. Beyond that, there are also companies that do, I saw that you have your car wrapped with the Tutor Doctor, the logo and all that. There are companies, which I don't know the name, but we might leave the links in the description, on where normal people like us can sign up our cars to be wrapped and to showcase a different company.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just Joe Blow and I drive, this area, geographical area, so many miles a week, blah, blah, blah. I put that information in there, and then there are companies like yours that can sign up. I'm looking for Joe Blow who has drive this amount of miles, blah, blah, blah. And then you kind of get matched with someone who has a car who will either wrap their car or maybe put a magnet or different things like that. And lately, and Jack actually brought this up, where there's cars that have like these new kind of billboard looking, digital billboard signs. And I don't remember the name, but it's something new and trendy.
Well, there actually is a company that I know. He does it where it's not just on top of the car. It's like a huge thing on the back of his car. The size of this table, kind of huge. So that may also be a good place to put something too, because you never know. And like where people are driving around, everybody drives around. So it's not like it's business owner and then not a business owner. It's like everybody is driving around here.
Yeah. And then something that, obviously this is not offline, but it is a hyper-local social media app, which is Nextdoor. So if you're not on Nextdoor, I highly encourage you to check out Nextdoor. I was just doing a little bit of research, and I just searched for Tutor in my neighborhood, and there was this lady who just put all her information in there. She was actually I think a high school student or recent graduate. And she put she was 1% of her class, blah, 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 just a bunch of really good information on her. And obviously people can click on her profile and learn a little bit more, see the person. And she had about 30 to 40 comments of people saying, hey, we're interested, send us a DM. So I would definitely recommend also doing a little bit of that of Nextdoor, since it's hyper local. And that's where you're kind of bound to targeting certain geographical locations around Allen and Plano. So.
Nice. All right, and then we're a digital agency, so I guess the only thing I was going to say about pay-per-click is that you should also retarget all the people who click that don't call you too. So there's a remarketing campaign that I guess most people don't realize is if they run traffic or they run ads to these pay-per-click campaigns, they lose 80 to 90% of them just because it isn't the right fit right now. They don't like the pricing. They didn't get the call answered, whatever. So just remarketing back to those people and collecting some form of information, whether it's an email or anything like that. You can use a postcard, but then a simple ad like on Facebook or Instagram, anything like that, it would be pennies on the dollar to get back in front of those people. So.
All right, so hopefully that was good. Let's hear your tip for us.
So for the families that have high schoolers who are gearing up for test prep, It's up to you whether or not you want to take either the SAT or the ACT. Most colleges nowadays do not have a preference. So as the owner of Tutor Dr. Allen in Plano, my tip would be if you have advanced knowledge in science, you should probably lean towards the ACT because the ACT has a science component and the SAT does not.
Yeah, very interesting. I did not know that. We both took the ACT back in college.
Yes.
ACT. And I think that was enough, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have to do anything extra.
Well, and mine didn't even really matter anyway. Like, I was still admitted. Well, I went to a smaller school and then transferred, and then if you transfer, it's like as long as you have a good enough grade point average, so it didn't even matter. But yeah, I had no clue. I did not want to take the SAT, but I was just curious, like if I would have done better on the SAT versus ACT.
You can still take it probably.
No,
Just for fun.
not at all. I don't think anybody ever says I want to take the SAT for fun. If you do, more power to you. But that's not me. No.
All right, today's question of the day is, if you have done any offline marketing, like we talked about in this episode, what has been successful for you? We want to know. We might be interested in doing something, so.
All right, and if you are a business owner like Tracy and would love free Facebook advertising, free video, free exposure for your business, and to get a marketing question answered, make sure to go over to bitbranding.co/tip for tip. As a alert, the next types of episodes that you see may be different than this type of show, but you should still go over to Tip for Tip and fill out the form, and we will still give you all of those items. The show just may change the format of how we create this content. So you guys have an awesome day.